From Burlington, Wisconsin, it's time for Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
Zoink!
What's with the pig?
Wait.
No way! Look at the pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
It's exploding fun for the whole family. Cosmic Bowling. Towne Country Lanes in Burlington introduces Cosmic Bowling. It's bowling fun with the hottest music and coolest light show all in one. So trade in those dancing shoes for bowling shoes and experience Cosmic Bowling. Cosmic Bowling, only at Towne Country Lanes.
Acres and acres of over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. Shop Lynch for your best deal.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Lynch GM Superstore. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. 900 Global. For all your bowling equipment and attire, it's 900 Global. Your local bowling center. And Towne Country Lanes in Burlington, Wisconsin, the home of All-Star Bowling.
It's our championship of the men's division here today on Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Ian Stawicki and Todd Juilliard, and it will be Ian getting things started here today on lanes 15 and 16. And the choices here today on how they bowl here, Merle, were determined by
how they qualified in the second round of the qualifying tournament. So whatever position they finish, the higher seed gets the number one seed today, wherever they finish in the second round.
So that would be Tony Roventini, who got the higher seed, and he waits the end of these first two matches. So Ian Stawicki starting off with a strike a couple weeks back, rolled a 266 in that final match to make it into the men's finals. So you're going to see a lot of strikes here today.
Yeah, I think so too, because Todd had a 257 game in his first match was on the air. So I look for these two guys to throw a lot of strikes.
Kind of even the field out. We got a couple of lefties today, a couple of righties.
Right. Well, they can't say nobody favored anybody, because you get two rights and two lefts, and there's a shot of Corky Albrecht and Gary Schaefer and Peggy there.
Look at that
the bowlers here
cupped
today.
wrist of Todd as he got that one wide, washing out. Ooh.
He got real fast with his feet on that one and kind of came around the ball, and when he did, he lost. There's a shot of Mary Appenzeller. She's our junior coach coordinator for our junior program out here, up there with my wife. So Mary's a big supporter and comes out and watches. She likes watching all the bowlers, and especially courting the younger kids as they come up through the program.
Nice spare conversion for Todd. Boy, that's a tough one, that washout early in the match as we get a look at it again. One head pin coming off the side to take out the 10. Excellent.
That's just 10 pins you didn't think you were going to have when you left that spare, and that's always big too.
And coming right up with a double. Stawicki out of Oak Creek. Got them all represented here today. Oak Creek, Germantown, Burlington,
That's nice.
Franklin, all of southeast Wisconsin well represented in our men's final here today.
This is one of the few times in the last few years that we haven't had some of the folks from the Chicago suburban market make the TV show. Those fellows always come up, and ladies too, and support us big time. We appreciate that.
Look at that. Messenger coming right back for a 3-bagger for Ian. So Ian has jumped out in front here early. Todd stepping up. Children Derek, Todd Jr., Devin, and Aaron. Printing press operator. Right up to the line and fires a strike.
There's a close-up shot of Corky Albrecht. Everybody knows Corky.
If you don't, you should.
Yeah. One of the best bowlers in this part of the state in all the years we've been around. And
in the background there, you got Norm and Dorothy Swanson.
Absolutely.
Just celebrated a big wedding anniversary not too long ago.
Shot of Mike Miles back there, one of our bowlers here from Towne Country in Washington today.
Todd looking for a double. Got it. Todd comes right back with a double, trying to bounce off that huge spare conversion in that second frame and parlaying that into a double here. Ian Stawicki with 3 in a row. One of 2 lefties in our finals here today. He leaves the 3-9 double wood.
One of the few shots that Ian has thrown that he actually left something that's a little tougher to convert. He's been pretty solid with his spears, but he hasn't left much with one pin. But yeah, he kind of come up out of that when he's shaking his head and saying, "Hey, stay down," which means he knew he came up out of the ball.
Another tough conversion here, but right on it.
Very good spare.
3-9 successfully made.
Only one way you make it, and that's the way he did it. You got to hit both the balls, got to hit both pins. You can miss that light, or you can go across the other side of the back one. So, good shot.
So Ian Stawicki, spare working in the 4th, stepping up for his 5th frame. And blasts a 7-pin.
Solid shot. Just from pin 1 around, left that 7-pin. That's the one that speed and entry into the pocket is the key at that point.
A few times he'll go cross lane here. Last match out, I don't believe he threw at a 7-pin, I recall. Makes the spare there, so Todd stepping up. Out of Germantown. Hartford doubles and all events champion. He and Rich Mueller combined for a record double score 1627. They hold the record for that.
That's a number, isn't it?
Oh, 1627? It's 800 apiece.
Yes, it is. Any way we look at it, I mean, that's unbelievable and a tremendous bowling.
Cross lane. 4-pin converted. Snaps the little double there, working midway through our match. So 6th frame upcoming here for Todd. Winner of this one moves on to face Cody Holbrook. Holbrook out of Burlington. Trying to defend his championship. And that is almost similar to that first frame.
It's 2-4-8-10, and you see quite a few of them, 2-8-10s, 2-4-8-10s. And that's from that transition with the oil carrying down, you play in, and you get a little hard, and you go cross lane, the ball doesn't recover. Turns over late, and that's what you
almost think you got to throw this thing hard at the 2-8 and hope you slide it. And he got it.
Look at that. What a way to
wow.
pick it up.
What a conversion. Looked like the pin out of the back took out the 8-pin. Let's see.
Look at that.
Yep.
Sure did.
That was the 2-pin, I believe, off the side, took out both the 10 and the 8.
Yes,
look at that.
That's getting the breaks you need, right?
And if you're Ian, you're thinking, wow. Well, he gets a break of his own there. Walked one right over into the 7-pin. Let's watch this one again.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. And drop and just hit it just right, and there it is, dancing around. Two great bowling shots there, back to back.
Making him dance, Ian Stawicki. Seventh frame, trying to parlay that into a double, and does. So Ian Stawicki staying tough here with Todd Drouillard. Todd with a couple of spare conversions today. That second frame, the washout, and then the 2, 4, 8, 10. Just made right here.
Not very often do you cover that. You know, you leave it and think you get 3, you're happy. Ooh, that's a good shot there.
Yep.
Well, it just looked like it was in and perfect, and 6-pin just went around. A lot of times John has speed too. If you go a little bit too hard, ball too fast, doesn't give the ball a chance to react and back in and take that 6-pin off the wall and kick it out.
And makes the 10-pin. Well, those 2 spares have kept him in this match, despite Ian rolling off the first 3. He's pretty much kept Todd afloat here. See if he makes the adjustment here. The ball hung just a little bit through his mark.
Yeah, he ended up with just the 2-pin. That's that 2-8 shot. Hung out just a fraction too long before it recovered and came back late, left that 2-pin. Leastwise, this is a little easier conversion than the other one.
Yes. He'll go for the spare here. On top of that. So successful spare for Todd. That brings Ian back up here trying to extend his string and trying to put some distance now between he and Todd. The winner again moving on into our second match here against Cody Holbeck, our defending champion. Nothing left back there. Better check to see if that ball's still headed down Pine Street.
So strong, isn't he? Well, just absolutely destroying them. He's got good entry in the pocket, good line, and good roll on the ball. You got everything you want. The ball just explodes.
3-bagger looking for 4 here. 9th frame. Match number 1. Men's championship here on Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Again, just destroys the pins when that ball hits the back end. 4 in a row to set him up for a 10th frame. And Todd
shot a Kerry Schaefer there in watching, because he bowled in the senior division. He was on a TV show last year. Fell just a bit short this year, but sure he'll be back next year again.
Well, situation is this. Todd has to do that.
Nice shot.
9th frame strike. Needs to fill in the 10th with some strikes as well to try and force Ian here to at least get a decent count and a mark. Go out for a possible 223 if he fills them all in. And a solid 9.
Boy, that's just a bad break. Shoot the ball really good. He was a solid 9-pin, and Todd just shaking his head. What can you do? You know, that's the case. You do everything right. Fundamentals are right. Execution is there, and it just solid 9. Again, as we talk about, you get a lot of them these days. Solid 9s, solid 8s, solid 7s.
Well, it comes down to just being able to string a couple. He got those 2 big spare conversions, that 2, 4, 8, 10 split conversion, the washout conversion, but just couldn't string any strikes. Figure catch a double here or there. And with those spare conversions, you
It keeps you in the
stand a
game.
better chance, you bet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we're going to see more of Todd here in the near future.
Oh yeah,
On this show. He is a solid bowler, as good as they come. High series of 867. We can put up the numbers.
Nice shots here.
Closes that one out with a strike. 203 for Ian, but or for Todd, and for Ian, just got to stay behind the line here for 2 balls. So once again, Ian Stawicki, 8 count, but that'll be enough. That'll make him a winner. He will move on to face Cody Holbeck in our second match. We'll have that match for you when we return to Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by John Magna Pro Shop. GMBA Hall of Famer John Magna has been helping bowlers improve their scores with his expertise and unbeatable prices on the right equipment. Get the Magna Advantage at John Magna Pro Shop, 92nd Street, Milwaukee. And by Bowler's Choice Pro Shop. USBC Hall of Fame inductee and pro bowler Lenny Borsch is the expert at Racine's best full-service pro shop, Bowler's Choice, helping folks since 1983. Highway 31 inside Castle Lanes. Call Lenny at 262-633-2296.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Ian Stawicki with a 244 to 203 over Todd Juilliard, and it's now match number 2. The defending champion of Miller Lite All-Star Bowling, Cody Holbeck, out of Burlington. We'll get things started here against Ian Stawicki of Oak Creek. John Weiser and Merle Draper with you. Town and Country Lanes in Burlington. Cody starts off with a strike.
Yeah, John, and Cody gets to bowl in a tournament under what we call USBC Rule 400, which means he is an amateur bowler. He's a junior bowler, I should say, not amateur. And any money he wins will go into a scholarship fund for his education. He does not receive the prize money. And that's a pretty good rule. That allows bowlers between the age of 16 and 20 to compete for money in any singles event. But the money has to go into their scholarship fund, so gives them that opportunity to win some money for their education.
Both bowlers getting off to a good start here. Ian with his strike, stepping up for his second frame. Just destroys the pins there on lane 15 for a double.
Yeah, Ian is really lined up. He's just absolutely pretty much wired, you could say. And all the games that he's bowled so far, he's just...
Cody, a employee out here at Towne and Country Lanes. As I said, 2012 Miller Lite All-Star Bowling Champion. Won the Wisconsin State Youth Doubles with Ryan Zager. And a Tri-City scratch back in 2011 as well.
That's his mom here watching him today.
Cody with a double. So both bowlers off to a hot start. I think we're going to see a lot of strikes in this match. Waiting in the wings, another lefty, Tony Roventini. He was our top qualifier for this men's finals here this year. Cody taking a little extra time as he gets himself set here on lane 15. Looking for three. Has it. Three-bagger for Cody Hobeck. Jerry Reamer in his corner here today.
Yeah, Jerry pretty much is Cody's coach and mentor him and Kerry Schaefer together. They work a lot with him. Cody does work hard on his bowling. I will give him credit for a young guy. Practices a lot.
Ian just gets that ball out there. I believe he puts a thumb in the ball. He just kind of cradles that ball with the fingers and just rolls that right off his hand.
Got to be strong to do that.
Ooh. No way I could ever attempt something like that.
If I tried that, I'd drop it behind me. I couldn't have rolled it.
Yeah, thumb
There's a
sits
shot
out.
in the background there of Brian Walski. I want to mention Brian. He friend of Ian's, and Brian's a 200 average bowler also down here. He lives in Oak Creek now. He used to live in Burlington. So,
Well, Ian, perfect early on, putting a little pressure here on Cody. A look at the footwork of Cody Hobeck. About 90% of the approach. And jumped over. Could have been worse than what he's got there in this 3-6-10.
there's a couple of great bowlers right there, Bobby Greenfield and Joe Oliva, out of the Milwaukee area. And they're, I think, teammates or friends of Tony Roventini's, and you guys all bowl together, and they come down and watch them, and that's nice they do that. Of course, Joe made the show area this year, too.
Cody makes the conversion. Tough spare. Ends his string at 3. Spare up in the 4th. Ian, though, with a 4-bagger already, so he takes an early lead here on Cody. We talked about his titles. And Cody also with 14 perfect games coming into the tournament. High series of 834. He's 2 for 2 in adult tournaments. He's won both that he's entered. Tells you something about the moxie of this young man.
Yeah, 19 years old. And he works at it. I will give him credit. And you have to do that. You have to work at it. And you have to practice and practice correctly, which he does. He practices hard.
again, be watching for your opportunity to win a couple of bowling balls from Global 900, as well as the high game winner gets the iPad from Lynch Superstore out here in Burlington as Cody converts the spare. And our longest string of strike prize this year, Lebby's Pizza. And we're glad to have Lebby's back on board this year. You got to love it. It's Lebby's. And we love having Lebby's on our show. Good stuff. Ian just flings that ball out there, minus the thumb, and he's got the first 5.
He's locked up as good as you can be on a shot right now. It really is.
244 in his first game. He's well on the way to 230 or better here.
His previous match, he shot 266 and a 224 on the previous show, so he's pretty well been lined up.
Again, does not put the thumb in the ball. Up to screaming 7. So that ends the string at 5. Go to the harder shell ball here. Go cross lane at that 7 pin. He's right on it. So spare up in the 6th. We're midway through match number 2. We'll get its conclusion to you right after this on Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! The pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. Ken!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one! Miller Lite. Man, hey, wait!
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Earlier, we had the women's finals for the Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. And in the women's final, it was all Roxanne George, as she was able to win all 3 matches. Roxanne in the first match took on Teresa Wojnar and defeated her 258 to 211. Then in that second matchup, it was the Battle of Sisters, Rochelle Roventini and Roxanne George, going at it tooth and nail throughout that second match before Roxanne prevailed 225 to 201. And in the championship match, Roxanne George in a squeaker over Joyce Biondo ended up winning the tournament 233 to 225. And so Roxanne George is the women's champion with $400 first place prize money. Joyce Biondo with $220 second place, third place prize money going to Teresa Wojnar. So congratulations to our women bowlers this year on the women's edition of Miller Lite All-Star Bowling.
It's exploding fun for the whole family. Cosmic Bowling. Towne Country Lanes in Burlington introduces Cosmic Bowling. It's bowling fun with the hottest music and coolest light show all in one. So trade in those dancing shoes for bowling shoes and experience Cosmic Bowling. Cosmic Bowling, only at Towne Country Lanes.
Acres and acres of over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. Shop Lynch for your best deal.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Lynch GM Superstore. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. 900 Global. For all your bowling equipment and attire, it's 900 Global. Your local bowling center. And Towne Country Lanes in Burlington, Wisconsin, the home of All-Star Bowling.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink!
What's with the pig?
Wait.
No way! That's a pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. Kane!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
It's exploding fun for the whole family. Cosmic Bowling. Towne Country Lanes in Burlington introduces Cosmic Bowling. It's bowling fun with the hottest music and coolest light show all in one. So trade in those dancing shoes for bowling shoes and experience Cosmic Bowling. Cosmic Bowling, only at Towne Country Lane.
Acres and acres of over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. Shop Lynch for your best deal.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Now Cody Holbeck lining up on lane 16. He has some work to do. He trails in this match. His 6th frame. Got it. Comes right back with a strike up in the 6th. And the winner of this match moves on to our finals match against Towne Roventini, another left-hander.
There's Cody's grandma, Bob Widener, Frida Widener's wife, and she backs Cody and watches him everywhere he bowls. She goes anywhere she's at, she's there with him.
Big shot here. Needs to get back in it with a double. Good little light. Couldn't get the messenger over there, leaving the 10.
It's got a little hard, and ball didn't read quick enough, and leaves that 10 pin at 6 pin.
Balls here going to, again, cross lane. Oh, and he missed the 10. Open frame for Cody here in the 7th.
Yeah, and that's what happens. When they spare bowl today, they throw the ball so hard at those corner pins. If they just miss their target by a board, they're going to miss it. But that's the way they shoot it to try to convert it. And if you miss it, that's what happens. It's gone.
Ian buries it in the 7th frame. Jumps on that open now and takes full control of the match here. Taking a little extra time here to get himself set. Big frame, 8th frame here for Ian. Yep. All but the 7 pin. So once again, Ian will go cross lane. A little hard shell ball here. And he hooked away from it. Opens in the 8th. Wow.
Again, that's what we said. You know, they throw the ball so hard at the corner spirit. If you miss your target, it's going to go by.
187 in the 8th now for Ian with that open. Cody open in the 7th, 144. So chance for Cody here to get right back into this. He's going to need some strikes to do it. One little late to 2-8-10.
Yeah, that's the 2-8-10. And yeah, came up hard out of the ball. He sort of knew that.
Well, we saw the 2-4-8-10 converted in the first game. Yeah. Todd was able to do that. You see another one here, the 2-8-10. This one a little bit harder. And we'll take out the 2-8. So
that's all you can do. You just got to throw at it and cover it and You're lucky it comes off the wall and kicks it over. But
Back-to-back opens for Cody now in the 8th, 153. So he's down 4 marks here going into the final 2 frames.
it's amazing with the switch grips they use, isn't it? With the thumbs, they take it out of one ball and put it in the other one.
We're late here in game number 2. Cody Holbeck, as you see, going up against Ian Stawicki. The winner to meet Towne Roventini. Cody comes back with a strike, so it sets him up for a 10th frame. He's going to need them all here. He's going to need some help. For Cody, you're thinking, boy, if Ian could stumble here a little bit, I might have a chance.
Yeah, that 2-8-10 was the big one for him. And he missed the 10-pin too. You look back at it. And Ian's bowling really good.
Yes, he is. Buries the 9th frame there. Cody, best he can do is 213, but Ian going at a 225 pace here. At a 227 pace for Ian, so it's a big ball here. Got it.
Yeah.
Double here in the 10th.
Great shot. Well, execution right when you needed it. Pressured on you, and he threw the ball perfect. So
needed that one there, that first ball in the 10th. Almost the 7-10. Wow, broke that one up, leaving the 10 pin. And Cody will look back. Really, the 7th and 8th frame. The 7th frame, he missed the 10 pin, and 8th frame, the split. Difference here. Even Ian missing the 10 pin for a 235, but best Cody can do if he fills them all up, 213. So
that's Ian bowled good. He bowled well, and Cody had a couple mistakes there, which that's match game bowling for you. It does happen.
So Cody stepping up for his 10th, but the match decided. Ian Stawicki. It'll be a pair of left-handers bowling for the 2013 championship of Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. It'll be Towne Roventini and Ian Stawicki. We'll have that for you right after this.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jung?
Zoink! What's with the pig? Wait.
No way! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did. Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. Ken!
I'm that guy from that thing! Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell no. Hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
It's exploding fun for the whole family. Cosmic Bowling. Towne Country Lanes in Burlington introduces Cosmic Bowling. It's bowling fun with the hottest music and coolest light show all in one. So trade in those dancing shoes for bowling shoes and experience Cosmic Bowling. Cosmic Bowling, only at Towne Country Lane.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Lynch GM Superstore. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. 900 Global. For all your bowling equipment and attire, it's 900 Global. Your local bowling center. And Towne Country Lanes in Burlington, Wisconsin, the home of All-Star Bowling.
Pair of left-handers from the south side of Milwaukee. That will decide our Miller Lite All-Star Bowling 2013 championship here today. It'll be Ian Stawicki of Oak Creek and Towne Roventini from Franklin. Couple of left-handers. Ian with the hot hand here. 235 to defeat Cody Holbeck, our defending champion. So a new champion will be crowned here today. And Ian is a few times over the last several weeks missing on that first ball.
Solid 9-pin. Of course, Tony got 279 in his first match to get into the championship. So he's probably going to be lined up pretty good.
So Ian, I should say, with the spare. That brings Roventini up, lane 16. Perfect. Towne Roventini starting off his match with a strike. Again, both bowlers capable of throwing big games here, so I mentioned Towne rolling that 279 to win his television match to get into the men's finals here today.
And Tony also shot 900 several years ago. I don't know what year that was in league play.
That was, I believe, the first lefty to roll a sanctioned 900
Correct.
league competition ever.
Yeah, that's.
You can see why.
That's phenomenal to do 900. I don't care.
Catch a break with that messenger coming back over to take out the 7. Now Stawicki back up on lane 16. Second frame, championship match. All but the 7.
Yeah, that's the difference. You carry those and you're right there, you know, a good shot. Solid 7-pin. He'll take a harder surface ball, go cross lane.
That left heel hanging over the back end of that approach. Right on top of it. Back-to-back spares for Ian. A good prize fund this year. They're bowling for a big check here.
Yeah, $1,200 first place, $600 second place. So,
and again, struggling here early. We haven't seen that out of Ian. He's usually started several matches off, getting off to a double or 3-bagger start. He's 3 straight 9 counts here to start up our match. So and comes right back with the spare. $1,200 for first place, $600 second. Cody Holbeck 475, and
correct. And
Todd will get $380 for his work here today.
Total prize money was just a little under $7,000 in the regular division this year, so that was really good as times are going on. So basically, this is a game for $600. That's a pretty good game.
I would say.
A pretty good amount of money for one game.
It's a good payday.
Nice shot by Tony.
Tony is just, but when he gets lined up.
Yeah, there's Bobby and Joe as his teammates. Some guys all bowl together. Joe Lee was Bobby Greenfield. He's been bowling for a long, long time and bowling with the champs, and he's match game champions and all around great people, good bowlers, and they really support the bowling game, which we do appreciate guys like that.
Speaking of which, there's opportunities for you to qualify for the 2014 television show. You just got to call Merle and the folks out here at Towne Country Lanes to get that done. 262-763-7333. Get information on squad times. Bring a squad in. We're starting up qualifying again in the fall.
November, December, and the first part of January. And we run qualifying squads on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. We have one squad on Saturday at 2, and Sundays we have a 10 a.m. and a 2 p.m. And you can sign up as an individual or get a squad or join a squad either way.
I'll just call the folks out here at Town and Country Lanes, 262-763-7333. Well, Ian has struggled here through the first 4 frames while Tony has found his touch here. He's been on his mark.
Yeah, that's one of the few times there that Ian just came hard over the ball. He just pulled it, set it down, and it crossed over. He was forced to only leave the 2 pins. But
much better first strike of the match here for Ian coming in the 5th frame. Trying to get things going, but Tony has quietly rolled off 4 in a row here.
Shot of Mary Nieder there. Jeff Nieder's wife and Mary Bowles here. And they were in her today watching everybody, and they're big supporters of Cody because Jeff and Cody's grandpa Frito were really good friends. And so they support Cody all the way, and other bowlers also.
And a mix for Tony. He's got the first 5. As we said, this is
just lined up and everything's carrying for him and throwing the ball really good.
5-time GMBA city titleist, 7 Wisconsin state titles for Roventini. He's won a regional on the PBA tour. A lot of accomplishments for this left-hander out of Franklin.
Certainly is, and I guess it shows it too as he's bowling because he's really, really smooth.
It's 6? No. Yeah, Pin was trying to get over there, but
trying to kick it over, and it just didn't quite touch it. So he'll go cross lane and shoot the spare. He hasn't had to shoot many spares on the TV matches this year, but
this is only his 2nd or 3rd spare attempt, isn't it?
And it's
and converts the 10. So we're midway through our championship match. Tony Roventini and Ian Stawicki will pause, take a break, come back to wrap it up. We'll do so right after this.
Yeah, Ian's got to get a strike or something going here. Because Tony's got such a great line. If you don't, you're going to run away. And a nice shot. It's a way to come back.
Comes right back with a double here through 6.
John, we also need to thank the Matagrano family from CJW, Glenn and his family for the sponsorship of this TV show. Because, again, without their support and help, we couldn't run it. And I want to thank them and Dick Knapp, the general manager down there, and all the folks at CJW.
Yeah, they've stepped up once again, and we appreciate that. Boy, they've done it all through the years. Fine folks over there at CJW, Glenn, Dick, and everybody. We greatly appreciate your sponsorship of our television program. Again, going on 20 years.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful throughout. Good shot there by Ian. It's just a hair high and left the 6-pin, but cross lane and solid on it.
Spare up in the 7th, so stops the string of strikes at 2. Tony Roventini spare up in the 6th after running the first 5, stepping up for his 7th frame here. Again, $1,200 first place prize money at stake here. $600 for 2nd place. Tony right back on the strike machine.
He's got such good tempo. His speed is so perfect. doesn't rush the line, and his arm swing is smooth and it's good tempo, good speed, and that's why you carry.
If you had to teach form and tempo, this would be the guy you'd want tapes of.
Correct.
Is he does not change. Tony does not change. And that's what really it is. It's all repetition, muscle rep, body position, foot position. It's all repetition. All timing. Eighth frame.
And
solid.
He's really locked in. He's just bowling absolutely wonderful.
Ian with some work to do here, stepping up for his eighth frame.
Yeah, when your opponent's on a possible 270 clip, you got to throw some strikes. Good shot.
And Ian comes right back with a strike here in the eighth.
There's Jeff Nieder.
He's got the right shirt on this week.
He certainly does. He knows if you don't wear the right shirt, he's not coming in here. No, he's Jeff tried out for the show this year.
Mm-hmm.
He may make it next year. He's in the senior division now, so he's getting closer.
Now, Ian has just run into a buzzsaw here today. Norm Swanson looking on. Wife Dorothy there.
Yep.
If I could carry pins like Norm does,
Ooh.
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
Norm was still one of the better bowlers here in southeast Wisconsin. A few years ago inducted into the Hall of Fame out here in the Southern Lakes area.
Yeah, he's very smooth, very solid, and he bowls all over. He bowls a lot of different leagues. He bowls in Kenosha and Waterford and Burlington. And
you know, if it wasn't for
jumps
Tex
around.
Rhodes and Tony Weiser, he wouldn't be where he is.
Yeah, we'll have to tell him.
That's what we tell Norm.
I
think he knows. Tony Roventini, who has just been solid all day, and that's just a microcosm of the way things have gone today for Tony. He has just been consistent each and every shot.
That's a pretty good break there, but it wasn't because he threw the ball bad. He didn't. He threw it well. It's just that the pin came over and took that 7-pin out. And
dances him around again here in the 9th frame. So Tony Roventini well on his way to a title here for Miller All-Star Bowling, Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Possible 279 once again if he goes all the way out here in the 10th. Again, it's just not how hard you hit him. It's all pocket angle and whether or not you carry.
that's amazing bowling, John.
Yeah.
I mean, 279 his first match, and in that match he only won by 1 pin because Rusty Callaway shot 278, and Tony had to throw 11 in a row to win. It's just a phenomenal exhibition. And he finished with a 278.
278 for Tony Roventini. That's going to be enough to make him a winner here today on Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. Merle Draper will be back to talk with the bowlers and award the prize money right after this.
It's exploding fun for the whole family. Cosmic Bowling. Towne Country Lanes in Burlington introduces Cosmic Bowling. It's bowling fun with the hottest music and coolest light show all in one. So trade in those dancing shoes for bowling shoes and experience Cosmic Bowling. Cosmic Bowling, only at Towne Country Lane.
acres and acres of over 500 vehicles for you to choose from. Shop Lynch for your best deal.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Miller Lite All-Star Bowling is brought to you by Alpine Lanes in Muskego, Wisconsin. People love our 16 lanes, 11 flat screens, and outdoor volleyball. But the food at the Avalanche Grill scores high too. Newly remodeled Alpine Lanes in Muskego is a family favorite. Check out Alpine's short season programs beginning in May. Old Settlers Bowling Center in Union Grove. Old Settlers Bowling Center on Highway 11 in Union Grove features bowling and a golf simulator indoors, sand volleyball and horseshoes for the summertime outdoors. For details on year-round fun, call 262-878-3709 or visit oldsettlersbowl.com. River City Lanes in Waterford, Wisconsin. River City Lanes, just off Highway 36 in Waterford, has a full calendar of bowling and specials with volleyball and horseshoe leagues now forming, plus a full menu of food and more than 80 types of bottled beer. River Lanes doesn't stop there. A full-service pro shop and Bruno's Restaurant and Banquet Hall make it a one-stop destination for high scores and full-service dining and entertaining. We do the work, you enjoy.
Tony, I got a check for $1,200, and of course the plaque for the championship of the Miller Lite All-Star Bowling. I want to congratulate you. You bowled absolutely phenomenal. I mean, to bowl back-to-back games like that on TV, I just can't do nothing but say congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I had a lot of fun. I finally got to bowl the tournament. This is the first time I ever got to bowl it. Commitment's always kept me from here. I'd like to thank my teammates for hanging out all day, and Brunswick for putting out some nice equipment for me. And the extra time in my game is paying off.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.